Welcome to Good Game Spawn Point, the show for younger gamers by gamers. I'm Hex.
And I'm Bajo.
And I am D.A.R.R.E.N.
A lot to get through this episode, guys.
Sure do, Hex. We're going to have a look at Mario Party 9. So few games get to 9. 9! That's heaps.
Affirmative. Plus, I'll be having a dump over what many consider to be the greatest game of all time.
And we'll tackle more of your gaming conundrums in Ask Good Game. But first, let's hit the street.
Hit the streets.
Let's kick it to the curb.
Take it away, D.A.R.R.E.N.
Affirmative. The last FIFA Street was released in 2008, but this is an entirely new game using the FIFA 12 engine. It's more of a simulator than the previous titles, but the aim is to still beat your opponents with cool moves, scoring goals with panache.
At first, the game doesn't look quite as good as FIFA 12, but once you've adjusted to its urban style, then everything does seem to fit quite well.
Yeah, and I think if you're familiar with the FIFA controls, then you'll be able to pick up and play this game pretty easily. Most of the street moves are mapped to the right stick, and the basic moves are easy to pull off. But if you get a move wrong, you have to wait for the animation to stop before your player can attempt another move. And this lag can be very frustrating.
Affirmative. In the Hit the Streets free play mode, you can choose from different game types like 5-on-5, Panna, Last Man Standing, and Futsal. Or if you wish, you can customize your own match.
My favourite is Panna. It's where you collect points by tricking the ball through your opponent's legs or kicking the ball over their heads. And once you score a goal, all those points can then be banked. It brings something quite refreshing to the game of soccer.
Yeah, I agree, Badge, and I also like how it gives you different choices of courts, which can also affect your playstyle. In the bigger venues, you have more space to do your tricks and pass, whilst on the small courts, it's just pure mayhem.
It's a plus that the venues look stunning too, and that sound design really adds to the atmosphere. The soundtrack itself is pumping with lots of urban beats and world music. Your players also call out in their national language, which is great.
Pull it back if you want.
Though we should warn the spawnlings that this is a game where you have to progressively unlock things, and this is where the career mode comes in. You can build a player and a team and take them through various tournaments around the world. Depending on how well you do, you'll be unlocking new venues, different moves for your players, and lots of gear.
I have to say, this is one of the best career modes I've ever played in a sports game. This is really where FIFA hits its stride. While leveling up your own players, you can also poach pro players from teams you play against. Although you're essentially grinding like in an RPG, it's still a lot of fun.
I thought the overall career mode was great, but I think that the difficulty level is a little bit hit and miss. I can unlock silver tournaments quite easily, but once it gets to gold, it feels like the AI knows exactly where I'm passing and knows what tricks to use to get past me.
Also, it doesn't help that defending is really hard. If you get a tackle wrong, then your player just lurches to the side and always gets beaten. And it also doesn't help that the FIFA 12 collision system produces some pretty derpy moments.
For those unfamiliar with the world of street soccer, the game also provides a few tutorial videos and a one-on-one practice mode. Both are completely lackluster. With any reboot, you'd expect a full tutorial system, but here you have to go to the game manual and memorize the moves. It's not good.
Agreed, D.A.R.R.E.N. It probably means beginners are going to get really frustrated, and I was also quite disappointed with the online mode as well. You can't play with any of the professional teams. The game types are restricted to 5 or 6-a-side and futsal. So if you're thinking of getting this game just for the online, then it's probably not for you.
But they do let you play the career tournaments online, and this keeps things interesting long after you've unlocked everything, which is a big plus. Well, I think we should wrap this up, Hex, though. What are you giving it?
Well, I'm giving this one 7 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Well, I think if you think FIFA's a bit slow, then you'll enjoy this more. It's got a faster pace to it, so I'm giving it 8.
Did you know that I'm training someone up to be the next big street soccer star?
Really, D.A.R.R.E.N? I thought you were training someone up to be a wallaby.
Well, it turns out he wasn't that flash at rugby, but I thought I'd send him along to learn some street soccer skills from one of Australia's best players, D.A.R.R.E.N, who's also featured in the game.
Wait, D.A.R.R.E.N, who is this person you're training?
It's Goose.
how did you first get into playing soccer in general?
Okay. When I was 9 years old, I took a family trip to Italy and my cousin over there was a professional player, and ever since then I've been hooked on the game. I love that I can play with my mates, I can play anywhere in the world, and the game's the same. Football can take you anywhere. Now that I'm a character in Fifa Street, it's really cool.
So can you tell me, what was that process like, getting approached to be part of the actual game?
At first I didn't know what it was for. Basically I sent a photo and a video, and then a week after that I was told that I'm going to be in Fifa Street. And yeah, I was shocked, I was excited. Can't really remember what emotions I felt, but yeah, it's very, very cool.
So which do you prefer, playing street soccer or playing real soccer?
I love playing street soccer, basically because you get more touches on the ball, and I love having the ball at my feet.
So what advice would you have to any spawnlings out there who want to get into playing street soccer?
Basically, have a look online, search street soccer, and then go outside and see if you can practice those moves.
Okay, so how many tricks can you actually do?
I would say I can do about 30 to 35 tricks.
Great, do you reckon you could teach me a couple?
Sure, let's do that now.
Awesome. Okay, all right, that's inspection. I can do another one. Good, good. I think I can do that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for a match.
All right, let's go.
All right, ready for this?
Yeah, born ready.
Straight through into a goal. Okay, one more. Oh, yes! Come on. Well played. Well done. Thanks. Okay, so how was that?
Yeah, it was really good, you know. You grasped some of the fundamentals and did quite well.
So I'm on the team now, aren't I?
We'll see, we'll see.
I think I'm on the team.
Okay, Hex, time to crack into the Spawnlings questions. What have we got this week?
All right, well, let's start with this one from Minecraft Addict in Minecraft World, Western Australia.
I bet this one's about Minecraft. I almost guarantee it. It's absolutely going to be about Minecraft.
Totally.
Any question about Minecraft.
It's Minecraft Addict.
It's Minecraft all over it.
Are there any parking games on the Wii? P.S. Darren is a noob. Hex is cool, but Bajo is awesome. Yay. P.P.S. Please answer.
Oh, well, Minecraft Addict, I'm not sure that parking games are even a thing. Are they a thing, Hex?
Yeah, they're like all the rage these days. Reverse parking, parallel parking, multi-story parking, it's non-stop action.
Really?
No. But there are definitely parking games out there, although sadly I'm pretty sure there are not any for the Wii, but there is a surprisingly decent one for iOS called Parking Mania. It's just a simple top-down game where you park a variety of vehicles while avoiding traffic and other cars. There's even a free version of it too.
Hex, I'm just looking up online and there's heaps of parking games out there, lots of free browser-based ones. They all look a bit the same though.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit weird. Anyway, moving on to this one from Alexis in Rowella, Tasmania.
I've just come across Darren's website. It's just pictures of him dancing. Sup, Bajo and Hex? Why is it on New Super Mario Bros. Mario dies when he touches lava? From your biggest fan, Alexis. P.S. You are awesome and Darren is a noob. Yeah. Well, Alexis, I'm not sure how much you know about lava, but it does tend to get quite warm. In fact, it can get to well over 1,000 degrees Celsius, which is about a fifth as hot as the surface of the sun.
Yeah, and for comparison, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. You must never touch that or you get a very nasty burn. So touching lava is a very bad idea, and even getting close to it could burn you and probably set you on fire.
Mario has been avoiding deadly lava for years, going all the way back to the first Super Mario Bros. Game in 1985. In some games though, like Super Mario 64, touching lava sets Mario's bottom on fire, and that made him leap into the air and then back down onto the lava.
Yeah, and lava's generally put in boss levels to make it a little bit more challenging, but we should move things along from lava now to this one from Nins, who's in the Gold Coast, Queensland. Heya, have you played the Simpsons game? If so, I can't get past the level Bartman Begins. Ow! I'm crying. Not. But seriously, Bartman Begins is so hard. Thanks. P.S. You're the best. PPS, Darren is a noob. Yes, we have played the Simpsons game Nins, and we should be able to get you through that level.
At the first puzzle, all you have to do is get Bart to jump up here.
This is so great.
Nice work, video game guy.
Then switch to Homer and have him stand on this button. Then switch back to Bart and just glide down this platform and cross the bridge.
After the cutscene, get Bart to climb up these vines and kick the trampoline down to Homer below, then go stand on this button and Homer will jump up and stand on the other one.
After you fight off the goons, have Homer climb this ladder and stand on the dinosaur skeleton's head. Wait for Bart to climb up and then switch back to him. You should now be able to jump from the dinosaur tail over the wall and flip the switch.
Now just glide up the steam coming from the volcano and jump your way over to this platform. From here you can shoot this target with Bart's slingshot and get to the next area.
Then for this bit, all you have to do is grab the Robo-Bart power-ups and shoot the targets to move Kearney from each display until he busts through the wall and you can take him down.
Finally, in the planetarium, get Bart to climb up the moon display and glide over the rocket boosters, and you'll need to switch to Homer to activate the second one.
Now that's just a matter of jumping your way up to the UFO and then you can take down Jimbo quite easily with your slingshot.
And there you go, level complete. Good luck with it, Nins, but let's move on to this one now from Random Rainbow in Rainbow Village, Queensland.
Hi, good game. I've just bought a Gamicide game that I have wanted for ages, but when I choose to play it, the Wii remotes turn off, but the game is still on. I have tried everything I know. Please help, thanks. Well, Random Rainbow, there's a simple reason for that. You need to have an actual GameCube controller to play GameCube games, if you want to play them on the Wii. Wiimotes and classic controllers simply won't work at all. You can find the GameCube controller ports up here, and you just plug it in like so.
You'll also need to have a GameCube memory card if you want to save your games, since you won't be able to save them to the Wii. Well, good luck with it, Rainbow. Moving on to this one from Puppet Zelda, who lives in Hyrule, which is in Queensland.
I like the design of the GameCube. Can I have a second?
Well, I mean, it is.
You know why I like it?
It's-
You know why I like it the most? You know why I like it the most? Because it goes, hello.
You know what I don't like? It's not actually a cube, because a cube is equal sides, isn't it? And this is big this side, and then it's small that side. It's more of a kind of a rectangle.
Why are you hating on the
It's a
GameCube?
game
Why are you hating
rectangle.
on it? It's wonderful.
I'm just saying it's
You
inaccurate.
don't deserve it. It's like a sandwich box. Sandwiches.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make this as short as possible. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask must come out on the 3DS. It's one of the most epic games ever, seconding only to Ocarina of Time. Please will you find out when or if it'll ever make an appearance in 3D? Thanks. Well, Puppet Zelda, unfortunately there isn't a Majora's Mask 3D being developed that we're aware of. But don't lose hope, because longtime Zelda designer Eiji Aonuma has said that it's not an impossibility if there was enough demand for it.
And you're not alone in wanting it. There's an online petition out there with over 40,000 signatures, which Mr. Aonuma is aware of. But all he could really say about that was that he was flattered and that hopefully maybe they'd be able to make it someday.
So yeah, there's certainly a glimmer of hope, but at the moment it's safe to assume that it isn't going to happen anytime soon. Who knows though, it may be a surprise announcement at E3 this year.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Oh. Moving on to this one now from Terry in Melbourne, Victoria.
You took so long to cross your fingers then.
That was
You know that
slight
small delay? It's your fault if it doesn't happen now.
No, I crossed them.
It's your fault. How much internet data does Need for Speed World take up? Please answer, because my dad goes crazy when we use up too much internet data. Your help would be appreciated.
Well, Terry, to download the game itself would just use up over 1 gigabyte, clocking in at around 1,100 megs in total.
And how much data it will use varies on how much you play it. A lot of the game is actually offline, so if you're not in an online race or around other players, then it barely uses any at all.
But as an average rule, playing online usually uses up around 50 megabytes per hour, so if you use that as a rough guide, then you should be okay.
You could suggest to your dad to keep an eye on the webpage that shows how much data you've used up. Most internet providers have these.
Well, good advice. But let's move on to this one now from Pigpen in Cybertron, New South Wales.
Do you want to know something about Cybertron?
Yeah.
It's not real.
Hey Badge and Hex, I know you're probably a little Minecrafted out, but I'm really hoping you can help. I've reloaded your new house, but when it tries to convert to the new format, your house crashes Minecraft. Any clues? If you don't answer, I won't become a noob, but I won't get to see the pooper noober ever. Ah yes, we came across the same problem, Pigpen. Since they released the latest update, Minecraft has had to convert our world to work with the new features, and for some reason that caused it to crash on a lot of computers.
But we managed to get it converted eventually, and we've uploaded that updated save file to our website. Simply re-download it and you should be good to go.
Great. Well, let's quickly move on to this one from Let's Battle! In the Kanto region, Victoria. Hey Hex and Bajo, a friend told me that there is a game on Wii that's like Monopoly but with Super Mario characters and other characters from other video games. Is that true? If so, please show me. P.S. I love you guys.
There is indeed such a game, and it's called Boom Street. Here's a quick look.
Now, we haven't actually played it, so we can't comment on if it's any good or not, but from what we can see, it's basically Monopoly with a bunch of Nintendo and Dragon Quest characters, so your friend knows his stuff.
But Hex, I think on that note, we might be out of time. Let me just check my clock on my computer here. It'll just take me a moment to load it up. Loading the screen.
I can see what time it is.
Powering. Coding the
on my laptop, it actually says
functions of time and space, and we were out of time like 10 seconds ago.
Okay, well, we will be back for more questions next week, and you all know what to do with them. Send them in. Excuse me, Batman. Here.
10 seconds, we've got to make up that time back to the studio. Go! Go, quick! 10 seconds! Quickly!
Welcome to Darren's Data Dump, the segment where I dump valuable gaming info directly into your brains. This week, we shall analyse The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time to learn precisely why it is a historically significant game. The first Legend of Zelda game for the Nintendo 64 console, Ocarina of Time followed the standard formula for the series. You took control of the young hero Link on a mission to rescue Princess Zelda from the evil Ganon. But Ocarina of Time was the first Zelda game to feature 3D graphics. With this upgrade came some substantial gameplay innovations, like Z targeting. Holding down Z on the controller would allow you to lock onto enemies and objects. It was also the first game to have context-sensitive buttons. Because of innovations such as these, and the game's overall high quality and sweeping majesty, Ocarina of Time is widely considered to be the best Legend of Zelda game ever. Data dump complete.
Wow, what a comprehensive dump, Darren.
Affirmative.
Darren, what happened to your antenna?
Oh, I was travelling through a wormhole and I clipped the side.
Oh, well, it's been a while since we've punched the old dice block for a bit of head-to-head Mario Party madness, but the series is still kicking around. We had a look at the latest Mario Party 9 for the Wii.
Here we go!
The first Mario Party game was released in 1998 on the Nintendo 64. It involves 4 players taking turns to roll a die and move around a virtual board trying to collect stars. In the beginning, only 6 playable characters were on offer to choose from, but now a whole host of characters from the Mario universe can get in on the die-rolling action.
In Mario Party 9, Bowser has stolen all of the mini-stars out of the night sky. So Mario and his crew have to try and win them back by playing the tricky game of wits and chance that Bowser sets out for you.
The best thing, as well as being both frustrating and hilarious about Mario Party games, is that anything can happen. I mean, while there's some skill involved in certain minor choices and of course winning mini-games, it's largely left up to chance, and Bowser's constantly throwing spanners into the works to shake things up, as he calls it.
At the beginning of each game, each player rolls the die to determine the order of play, and the player with the highest number will begin as the captain. As you each roll the die to move your vehicle forward, whoever's captain of that round will collect any mini-stars in your path, as well as take on whatever task is set out by the space you arrive on. The person with the most mini-stars at the end wins.
But it's far from that simple. Stars are awarded and taken away from you at almost every turn. You can earn them by winning mini-games, entering a lucky pipe phase, I got it! Or even just getting a surprise bunch of stars in a prize box.
Oh, yeah!
But on the flip side, passing through a group of purple Z stars will zap stars from your total, and nasty creatures like a boo or a shark can catch up to you and actually eat your stars, so it's all based on luck. Well, mostly.
The only real way you can alter your outcome or improve your odds is by collecting certain dice along the way. And you can hold on to 3 of these at any time.
Yeah, so if you can see you're about to run into a group of nasty Z stars that are 3 spaces in front of you, it's a good time to use your 1 to 2 dice block or your 0 to 1. This will ensure that you're not going to roll anything higher than a 1 or a 2, ensuring the next person will get the Z stars.
Then there's Bowser spaces. When you land on one of these, Bowser spins through a list of outcomes that often turn the entire scoreboard upside down. He might zap half your mini-stars from you, or completely even the score between each player, or award 10,000 mini-stars to one player. This means that right towards the end of the game, the tables can turn multiple times.
Oh, I found that so annoying, Darren. So often I'd be winning in the early game and then suddenly, Hex, you'd land on a Bowser space and suddenly take all my stars.
Yeah, I thought it was great that at the end it showed you a graph of how your scores changed dramatically throughout the game. But even if it's a really close match, at the end of the game, bonus stars are awarded to the player that used the most special dice, that lost the most stars, and won the most mini-games, so that can often change the outcome too.
Sadly, the mini-games are a bit disappointing. They're standard Wii fare with lots of random waggling or using the Wiimote sideways to balance. They often don't work too well or are unresponsive and just generally annoying.
Affirmative. I was hoping that after 9 Mario Party games in the series, the mini-games would have improved somewhat, but sadly, no.
I thought the boss fights were really good though. I mean, they're a kind of mini-game in themselves, but they were always a lot more fun and engaging and required some quick reactions and skill. They often involved several stages too, so they just felt meatier.
Yeah, we had some good fun with that cannon fight. Just remember, this is a multiplayer-focused game. Playing on your own is boring. You have to wait for the AI to play out its move, and it's just much more fun playing with a human player. What are you giving it, Hex?
Well, I think as far as party games go, this is one of the better ones, especially for players who don't like singing or dancing. I'm giving it 7.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
I just wish those mini-games had been better. They frustrated me so much, especially the balanced ones, but I'm giving it 7. I still think it's a pretty good party experience. Guys, I have some good and bad news.
Oh, well, give us the bad news first.
All right, well, the bad news is we're almost out of time for this week.
Aww.
I know. But the good news is we get to come back next week and do it all again.
Yay! We'll be taking a look at a very interesting game that you may have heard a little bit about. It's called Journey.
Plus, the original 3 Jak and Daxter games have been re-released in high definition, and we're going to have a look at them.
And I'll be issuing another challenge in my I'm No Noob segment.
Oh, those were great, Darren. Which game have you picked to challenge the Spawnlings with?
Oh, if I reveal the game, you might play it, and that will give you an unfair advantage over the Spawnlings.
Oh, excuse me, Darren, are you suggesting that if you reveal the game that I'm going to go play it to get an unfair advantage against the Spawnlings?
Affirmative.
Well, you're absolutely right. Until next week, gamers, Bajo out.
Hex out.
Darren out.
Okay, Darren, what is it? Tell me it. Tell me it, or I'll tickle you.
Tickling is the act of repeatedly applying pressure to ticklish areas, and it's known as gargalysis. The reaction to tickling is limited to humans and primates. And I'm a robot. It's called moth calves.
You would get it out of there.
Yeah.